Hey Bookworms. Book Mouse.
And I'm Book Kitty, and this is
Our BookNook. This week is a book that I picked out. It is Spider Robinson's Callahans Crosstime Saloon. I think it's actually the first book. He writes several books, all set in the same Callahans bar, and this is the first one that introduces us to Callahan and the magic of Callahan's place.
So when did you first run across Spider Robinson's?
Oh, well, actually...
Callahans. When did you first run across Callahans?
Well, I actually ran across Spider Robinson first. He has other books that he writes that I had been reading those series. And I think in the back of one of those, you know how in the 70s they used to have other books that you could order from a little order form? I was like, Callahans Saloon, what's this? So I went to the library and found it. That would have been 20 years ago. And then found the other books that he wrote that are all about Callahan and Callahan's wife.
So when you first ran across Callahans Saloon, it was already in book form?
Yes, it was already in book form.
See, at the beginning of the book, there's a not so short forward from the magazine editor and one from Spider Robinson himself. But the one from the editor it details this very well written story of a guy who walks into a magazine and wants his sci-fi stories published, which of course is how a lot of sci-fi writers started. Then they compiled it into a book that I have now recently read. And by the way, if you love puns, you need to read this book now. They have, as they say, there's Sunday, there's Monday, and then there's Pun Day. Yes. Their Tuesdays are Pun Day. They literally have pun competitions all night long, and the winner doesn't have to pay their night's tab, which is incredible because they're all trying to outdrink the other and outpun the others. And so, they rack up these huge tabs, and only one of them gets their tab written off.
He actually says on the back, shared pain is lessened. Mm-hmm. This is Callahans Law. Shared pain is lessened. Shared joy is increased. And bad puns are always appreciated. I mean, it's right there on the back of the book.
And I do want to touch on that first part, though, too. This is a bar that... if I hadn't known that it was written a long time ago, I would have thought it was written yesterday or last year, It just had that feel of that timeless feel. It could exist anywhere at any time. There wasn't anything that was very time specific in the stories themselves other than the time traveler.
Yes.
Travelers.
There's two. There's
two time travelers. This is a bar where people get together and support one another. Truly support one another.
Callahan has this huge fireplace in his bar, and it's been specially designed, and they have what they call the toast. Someone can walk into the bar, order a shot.
Place a single on the bar. They can say anything. To blah, whatever it is. And it could be something that they're happy about, something they're frustrated about, something that they're deeply moved by or saddened by. And then they can throw the glass into the fireplace. And the fireplace is designed so the glass will not shatter back out. The single is to cover the cost of the glass. Yeah. 50 cents for the shot, 50 cents for the glass.
And nobody pries. If you want to talk about it,
the entire bar stops and truly listens. The kind of support that most people don't get, but everybody needs.
It's really neat. And it's not one contiguous story. It is actually...
it's a series of short stories.
It's a series of short stories about people who are in need, who happen to find the bar when they need it most. Each story talks about how they get what they need and how the bar pulls together.
And why they find the bar.
It's not that it's a feel-good story, but
because there's some seriously fucked up shit that happens to some of these people.
Yeah.
I will say that. There's some seriously fucked up shit that happens to these people in the stories that they're telling. But it's told in the setting of getting that cathartic release, which I think is so important. I think a lot of people are so angry all the time because they just hold everything in because they don't have a place like Callahans. They don't have a place where they can really just say anything, get it off their chest, not be judged, even in secret, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, I don't judge you," but they secretly are. But these people really don't judge you. They don't pry. If you want to share, you can share how much you want to share and nothing more.
Spider also mentions in his foreword, okay, guys, the bar does not exist. Because evidently he gets fan mail going, what the hell, I've covered all of greater New York and I cannot find the bar.
But if you find it, please let him know.
The weird thing is, so this is a sci-fi book. Yes, it's got a lot of emotional, moving stories in it. But at the same time, you have, what, 2 time travelers. Technically,
the monkey thing,
2 aliens.
I think there's more than 2 aliens.
I'm not going to say because I have read the whole series, but there's at least 2 aliens in this book.
There's some drug addicts in there.
Yes, there's
like it's not all just sci-fi characters. Some of it's like real people that you can really connect with,
and all of them come for help.
They all need it at that moment the most.
I enjoyed this book.
And let me tell you, the character development, like she said, each of the chapters are really separate short stories that were published, I'm guessing, a week apart from each other. Each story is about a different person who walks into the bar, told from the perspective of Jake Stonebender. And you don't even really know his name until about halfway through the book. And somebody addresses him and he's telling the story of this story. And anyway, so each chapter is a new character, and within that chapter there's so much character development for that person in such a short period of time. Like, they're telling this story, you learn just what kind of a person they are, you learn what their motivations are, you learn what their past is in most cases, you learn what they're struggling with and what their character is made of.
It lets you feel for the characters.
For real.
And like I said, if I'm not engaged, I don't enjoy the story, but I feel connected.
I felt like I was there. It really had a Cheers kind of feel.
Okay,
It kind of felt like Cheers. If any of you know the old TV show from the 90s called Cheers, it had that, like, really good
everybody knew everybody. A character from Cheers would walk in the bar and the whole bar would like, hey, Norm. That's Mike's place.
Yeah. So I know that you would give it 5 paws and a tail and some ears and all of that. But I only have 2 thumbs to contribute, two paws, and I can't help but to put both up for this. Definitely 4 paws up from us. Spider Robinson did a wonderful job, and I really look forward to checking out some more of his stuff, though it may be a while. I have 4 in progress.
I will admit, I struggled to find that book.
Really?
I was surprised, because when I remember reading it the first time, I was finding them left and right. Could not find it in any library. I had to order it online, and it took me doing some digging to find somebody that had it online for me to get. I'm thinking this particular one may be out of print. I was looking for that book and started finding other books and finally had to say, you don't have the money. Stop.
Even Ben Bova, who is a master of sci-fi, says nobody's perfect, but Spider comes pretty damned close. That's high freaking praise. That's all we've got for today. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a subscribe. Help us out. Leave a comment below. Let us know you're here. Let us know if you've read Callahans Crosstime Saloon. I'm sorry, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Let us know if you haven't read it, or if you love puns, leave us a pun. Do that. Leave us a pun. I love puns, and I always make my my partner's eyes roll all the time.
Yeah, I make my husband suffer.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to ring the bell.
Yes.
So that you will be notified when we post new content.
Be the first to see it.
Yeah.
Check the description below. I post where you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Patreon. You can become a patron for as little as $3, and we have all kinds of cool shit for you to look at there. Check it out and join us.
This has been Book Mouse.
And I'm Book Kitty, and we are now signing off.